Good day, RGV. Today on Vida, we're talking beauty pageants, fun facts, gym workouts, making a difference in your community, and so much more. The show starts right now. Hi there, and thanks again for joining us today. I'm your host, Danielle Banda, and if you're a fan of Miss Grand International, then listen up. See, this has now become the world's leading international beauty pageant, and it's meant to make a stand for the betterment of humanity. Miss Grand Texas 2022 is Juanita Maldonado, and she's working hard to prove that anything is possible if you believe in yourself and you work hard enough. She's also the founder of Empowering Mindsets, and we had the chance to catch up with her to learn all about how it feels to be honored in such a great way.
Hi everyone, I am Juanita Maldonado, a 24-year-old native of Weslaco, Texas. I currently work as a media relations manager for the Rio Grande Valley Vipers basketball team. I do have a bachelor's degree in broadcast journalism from the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. So I started doing pageants back in 2014. It's actually going to be 8 years in a couple of weeks. It'll be 8 years. Growing up, I started kind of late. I started at the age of, I want to say 18. That's how old I was. I started late because most girls start, at the age of 2, 3 years old, as young as that. I didn't know what a pageant was growing up. I was your typical tomboy, running cross country, playing soccer. It wasn't until my English teacher came up to me and asked me if I would like to join the Miss Weslaco pageant. I kind of, had to go home, do my research, didn't know what a pageant was. And I watched YouTube videos and I fell in love with the world of pageantry. To this day, well, like you said, I'm Miss Grand Texas. I was crowned Miss Grand Texas back in November. It took me 2 years to be able to obtain this title, so 2 tries. And now I have the opportunity to go to Chicago and represent the state of Texas at Miss Grand United States. And if I do win Miss Grand United States in Chicago, I would go to Miss Grand International in Indonesia and represent the United States. I think one of the biggest pieces of advice that I always tell girls is don't give up and believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, no one else is going to believe it. It takes that one person to believe in you, and that one person is yourself. So go for it. Sometimes you might not get it on your first try. Sometimes you might not get it on your second or third. I'm a true testament of that. When I started pageantry, I think I lost 4, 5, 7 in a row. And I said, you know what, this isn't for me. I was kind of, sad, disappointed, but then I realized, you know what, God has a plan for everyone, and that, he has different plans for me. That title was not for me. And now I've come to realize that everything that I worked for comes into fruition, and it's true. God does have a plan for you. So just be patient. You might not get it on the first try, or you might, and it's okay. So, just keep going. And if it's a dream of yours you have, don't let it go into dust. Bring it up every time you can. So yes, I greatly appreciate the support that I've had so far. It's been absolutely amazing. I've had support from different parts of the United States, from Mexico, and I just want to continue that because I think it's so beautiful when others believe in what you're doing. That means you're doing something right. So anyone who would like to follow my journey, you can go ahead and do so via my Instagram, juanita.maldonado. I also have my beauty pageant page, which is Miss Grand Texas. And of course, I have my Empowering Mindsets page. That's a little bit about what I talked about earlier about the platform. That's my platform. My primary aim is to empower others to be the best version of themselves. So for anyone who would like to share their story about any difficulty that they have overcame in life, please go ahead and follow my Empowering Mindsets page on Instagram as well.
One of the objectives of Miss Grand Texas is to end all forms of violence and hostility for the sake of children everywhere, and of course for generations to follow. And they work to focus efforts on improving the quality of life for all humanity. Juanita Maldonado will continue inspiring others and motivating them to follow their dreams, and even greater, to make a difference. And of course, she's going to keep empowering mindsets every single day. You can feel free to follow her on Facebook or Instagram to keep up with all that she's got going on. See, beauty pageants were created to motivate others and to allow members of society to become vital parts of their community. But how much do we really know about beauty pageants in history? Well, we're going to go ahead and try to learn some new things about the world of pageants and these types in today's Fun Facts segment. According to Smithsonian Magazine outlined on bestlifeonline.com, P.T. Barnum, who created many of the world's most famous circus projects, was actually the first person to officially launch a beauty pageant. Back in 1854, he was definitely considered an outside-of-the-box thinker, and the idea of a beauty pageant sounded way too out there, so he just tried to keep it simple by asking females to submit photos for judging. The site also says that Thomas Edison may have been a pageant judge in his time. The famous inventor was apparently known to have served as a judge back in the 1880s in Delaware, and bestlifeonline.com says that his role in such was a light bulb moment. Indeed. Pun intended. And the site says that the ever so popular Miss America actually became popular because of tourism. This pageant apparently started off as an incentive to keep people in Atlantic City after Labor Day, and with so many beautiful people just involved, the event was thought to intrigue passersby and hopefully excite and extend people's vacations. Later, the parade turned into what we know today as Miss America, and the site says that the first winner was actually a 16-year-old from Washington, D.C. And here's a pretty interesting one. Apparently, the site says that behind stage at these pageants maybe doesn't have the most beautiful smell. And this is because of all the hairspray, the makeup, the sweaty clothing, all the changes going on, the irons and steamers, just everything combined. So even while the ladies themselves, of course, are picture perfect, intelligent, and talented, it takes a lot to get ready. And with so many people back there, it can get a little bit stuffy. Now we're gonna have to ask Juanita about that one the next time that she's on our show, right? And lastly, most beautiful is, according to the site, not the only theme of pageants these days. Apparently there are pageants for Miss American Vampire, Prettiest Ankles, and even Miss Subway, just to name a few. We're so proud of Juanita and all she's accomplished, though, because she's really trying to make a difference in the world and, of course, here in our Rio Grande Valley community. And we can't wait to see what she'll have planned for her career next. And we'll also have some friends over at Fit 540 who really care about everyone in the valley. See, they're on a mission to help us feel more confident about ourselves, but they're doing it through physical fitness and health. So go ahead and check out this exciting Get Fit RGV segment.
Good morning, everyone. This is Laura here. Welcome to Fit 540. Today I want to give you some tips where you can work out at home. There's a lot of great workouts you can do at home, and one great one is using a band. So what you'll do is you put your band on and you'll start with some squats. We're going to start off with a trio. So we're going to do squat, squat, reverse lunge. So you'll start with a slight squat, shoulder width apart, go down, come back up, feet together, down, up, reverse lunge, back together. And you're gonna do that for a set of 3 sets of 15 on both legs. Our next workout would be what we call a glute bridge. You'll come down to the floor, flat back, knees up, slightly spread about shoulder width apart. Then what you're gonna do is palms down on your mat, and you're gonna raise your pelvis up to do a bridge. And you're gonna do that again for 3 sets of 15. One of my favorite workouts that I always tell my girls to do is a set of 3 ab workouts. And this will get you ready if you're going to the beach, the pool, or if you're trying to get into your little black dress. So what you'll do is you'll lay flat on the ground. Your first workout would be raise your feet up 6 inches off the ground, and you're just going to pull. Again, 3 sets of 15. 3 sets of 15 is my favorite, obviously. Next thing what we'll do is a reverse crunch. What you do is lay on the floor, feet down on the ground, and you're gonna raise them up like a crunch, just backwards. So you'll lift your feet up off the ground with your tailbone off the ground and back down. 3 sets of 15. Last one that we'll be doing is a toe tap. So this is a little different from a lot of other toe taps. What you'll do is you'll have your feet straight up and you're gonna reach up to your toes. So it's a right hand, left hand is 1 set. So again, 3 sets of 15. Do this every time, right before you're getting ready to go out. And it will ensure a flat tummy while you're in that pretty dress. So there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoy these tips. And you know what? Stop by. Maybe you can join one of my early morning classes. For more information or any questions, please follow us on Facebook or give us a phone call to Fit 540.
All right, well, now it's time to take a commercial break, and then we've got to look at your local weather updates. But be sure to stay tuned because Valley por Vida is going to be right back. And we'll have info on new job opportunities for the Valley with our friends over at Workforce Solutions. We'll also have info on how one little Girl Scout is helping make a huge difference for our community over at Valley Baptist. Plus, are you looking for your dream home? If so, we may just have some new coming neighborhoods in the RGV for you to consider. Those stories and so much more when we return from commercial break.